He has given the relationship between the current flowing through the wire I. Current is denoted by letter I and potential difference letter V. So between this, what is the relation that mentioned by one scientist, great scientist, German scientist? His name is George Simon Ohm, and whatever he has explained about this, that law is called Ohm's law. And what he has said that if the physical state of conductor remains constant, physical state of conductor remains constant, the current I flowing through it is directly proportional to the potential difference between its two ends. Suppose whatever this conductor means here, suppose you have wire. Okay, this A and B, these both ends are there. Okay, and this current flowing through it, conductor remains constant. Its state will not change. Its state is the constant. It is not changing. Then this current is flowing through it. It is a directly proportional to the potential difference between it. Got it? So from this we are getting this formula I is directly proportional to V, means current is directly proportional to the potential difference. And when there directly proportional sign is there, then we can write like this: I is equal to kV, because K is we are used as a constant of proportionality. Okay. Then I is equal to K into V. And when we have to find the V, then what will take? I upon K. I upon K means current upon the proportionality constant, and we know that 1 upon K is equal to R, resistance of conductor, and from that we are getting the formula 1 upon K means I into 1 upon K. Instead of, we can write it R, and then we'll get I R into V, means potential difference is equal to product of current and resistance. Current and resistance. Understood everyone? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Anybody is having doubt?
Sir, please tell once again.
Okay, I will explain again. So when any conductor is there, suppose this conductor is there, its physical state is constant, it will not change. Then what is the current flowing through this conductor? Is directly proportional to the potential difference between that both ends of the conductor. Means this, your I is directly proportional to potential difference V. And when we are taking this directly proportional sign, that time we can write it directly, instead of directly proportional to, is equal to K into V. K is our proportionality constant, and then suppose I will take this K for this side, so it will become here for the division. So instead of, I will write like this, and then we'll get here is equal to V, and we know 1 upon K means proportional constant ratio, will take its reciprocal, is equal to resistance. And due to that reason, we can write I is into R is equal to V. Means when we are going to speak about the potential difference, that time we have to consider how much current is flowing through it and resistance. We have to take the product of resistance and current, then we will get the potential difference. Now got it, Samruddhi?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So from this, we can write resistance and the Ohm's law relation that R is equal to V upon I. Resistance means it's opposite to the current. We know very well. R is there. It's opposite to the current, and due to that reason, we can manage how much current we have to pass through that circuit. It's happening due to only this resistance, means resistor. Okay. If you see any circuit there, you'll get like this one structure. So here some lines are there. So this is a resistor. Okay, which is very important in the circuit. Without it, we can't complete the circuit, remember. Okay. And this only resistance is equal to V upon I, or V is equal to IR. This is known as the Ohm's law. Means potential difference is equal to product of current and resistance. Understood? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So from this we can obtain unit of the resistance. So what will get here? Unit. So potential difference we are measuring in the unit volt, and current we are measuring in the ampere, and due to that reason we can write that unit is 1 ohm, and this unit is given as the honor of this great scientist, German great scientist George Simon Ohm. Okay. So this is the honor of him. We have given the unit, that is the ohm. Understood, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now that is the question: what is meant by resistance of 1 ohm? If 1 ampere current flows through a conductor, when 1 volt potential difference is applied between its end, then the resistance of the conductor is 1 ohm. Means when 1 ampere current passing through that conductor and potential difference between its end is there 1 volt, when we will take its difference, that sorry, not difference here, when we take its their ratio, that is 1 ohm. Got it, everyone? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
The definition is very important, as well as this Ohm's law is also very important here. So read it properly, write it in your notebook. Now, resistance and resistivity of a conductor. So see here, you can see this great German physicist Georg Simon Ohm. He has given this resistance. So due to the honor of him, we have given his name for its unit. Okay. So if you see the 3.4 figure here upside, so in this figure you will see this in the metal wire, these electrons are there freely moving. When we are applying here, or we are joining it to the circuit, that time what happens is all electrons move in a one direction, and due to that reason current can pass through it. So from it we can say that there are a large number of free electrons in a conductor. They are constantly in random motion already. I told last time also and today also. And due to that reason, potential difference between it present between that conductor to end. Remember always. And when it will start the motion due to the external applied force, then current will be passed through it, and their collision will be happen. What will happen there? Collision. Collision means, can you tell me what is the collisions? Collision means what?
They will hit one another.
Yeah, they will strike or they will hit one another, and when they will hit, that time will get their flow of resistance. These electrons are flowing through it. These free electrons will be flow through it, and due to striking, means own their power, it will be resist. Okay, and this hindrance is called, means this little opposition is called here resistance of the conductor. Understood, everyone? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
End up.
Yes, sir.
Everyone student understood it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now resistivity. So resistivity is related to the resistance. So what is there? At a given temperature, the resistance of conductor depends on the length. So suppose their length is less, and it's metal, which this your conductor is made up from which metal, that is very important factors here. And due to that reason, how much it can produce the resistance against that current, we can see it. So it depends on the length. If length is small, what will happen? Can you tell me? Resistance will be more or less? If length is more, then resistance will be more. If length is less, then resistance will be less. And very important thing here, area of the cross section and material it is made up of that. Three things are very important, depends on the length, area of the cross section and material. So if the resistance of conductor is R, then R is the resistance, then it directly proportional to the length. Means what happen? If length will be increased, then resistance will be increased. If length will be decreased, then resistance will be decreased. And we can write this resistance is directly proportional to 1 upon A. So when we are writing 1 upon A, means it's they are related to the cross section area, and that type resistance is inversely proportional to the cross sectional area. So from this we can write it R is directly proportional to L upon A. Okay, why we can write it? Length of the conductor and A area of the cross section. So here we'll take its L upon A means R is directly proportional to length of the conductor and inversely proportional to the cross sectional area of conductor. So from it we can write R is equal to, this is the rho, see here, this is the rho L upon A. So here rho is the proportionality constant is called the resistivity of the material. It is called the resistivity of the material and its unit is SI unit is ohm meter. What is it? Ohm meter. Did you got it, student? Or any difficulty here? Anybody is having difficulty? Please you can ask me. Otherwise we'll see the next topic.
No, sir.
Saki,
No,
got
sir.
it? Saki, did you got it? Yes or no? Parth, any problem?
No, sir.
Okay. Now here you can see the resistivity of some materials. These are very important. So copper, you can see there 1.7 into 10 raised to minus 8 ohm meter. Then nichrome is there 1.1 into 10 raised to minus 6 ohm meter, and diamond is there 1.62 into 10 raised to 13 to 1.62 into 10 raised to 18 ohm meter. So now out of three, which having the less resistivity would tell me? Now front of you there it's very easy to identify which metal having less resistivity. Copper, nichrome or diamond?
Nichrome.
Nichrome. Okay. Another student, give your feedback. Akshara Bornare, can you tell? Ankare,
Nichrome.
nichrome. Okay. Chaitali,
Nichrome.
Samruddhi,
Nichrome.
Amruta.
Nichrome.
Okay. Any another student want to give? Give the answer?
Nichrome.
Okay.
Nichrome.
Yeah. So everybody said their nichrome, but here you have forgotten there one very important thing is here 10 raised to minus. Now tell me, which is the bigger? 10 raised to minus 7 or 10 raised to minus 8 or minus 6?
10 raised to minus 6.
Minus 6. Then which having the low resistivity?
Copper.
Copper.
Copper. Understood?
Copper.
Yes,
Newton
sir.
is this copper wire we are using in our whatever their electric cables or home appliances. Got it? What is the reason behind it? Okay. This
Yes,
is
sir.
important chart here. Now, about the electric circuit, already we have seen this electric circuit. Okay. So here ammeter is fixed. Here resistance, this shows this is symbol for resistance, remember. Okay. This is symbol for resistance. And here voltmeter is used. This electric set. Now, who will tell me what is the use of voltmeter?
What, sir?
What is the use of voltmeter in this circuit? So what is this voltmeters? It's a
To
main
measure the electricity
to
or
measure.
energy.
Actually, this
To
voltmeter
measure the potential difference between the two ends of a resistor.
shown on that same page, correct? No, the potential difference between the two ends. Okay, so voltmeter has the high resistance and only very small current flows through it. Then, what is the use of ammeter? So ammeter means it is used to measure the how much electricity passing through
Current.
current. Okay, and with the help of this electric cell, we can pass the current in this circuit. Okay, so a continuous path of an electric current through conducting wires connected to the ends of the cell and other resistance is called an electric circuit. This definition is very important. A continuous path of an electric current through conducting wires connected to the ends of the cell and other resistance is called an electric circuit. Okay. Now in this figure, there are so many components are used: ammeter, voltmeter, resistance, then electric cell, conducting wire, this is a plug key. Okay, so for measuring the current we are using the ammeter. For measuring the potential difference between it we are using the voltmeter. Now here piece of rubber, here some one experiment is given to you. You can do at home. Can you do it? If it's possible you can do it. So what you have to do, you have to observe it, and from that point out the mistakes in the figure above. What is the mistake in first, second, third, and fourth figure? Now see here, electric, this, suppose we can say electric cell is there, key is kept in between, okay. But here, you get both are disconnected from each other, okay. Now here you can see, these positive negative charges, these two wires are joined here, it is also same thing, and here rubber is used. Then what is the mistake in it? First of all, I told you, then now second, third, fourth, you have to find out. You will see in this all figure, only the second number is their bulb is lighting, and other three are not lighting. What's the reason behind it? Here is a, you can see.
Yes, sir.
So here, what is the piece of rubber is used in it? Here nothing. Yes, Chaitanya.
Sir, I think it is connected to the negative charge. That's why.
Yeah, good. So if you observe it carefully, the negative charge and positive charge, here also negative charge, here also positive charge, but here piece of rubber is used. Due to that reason, what happen? Its electricity will be resisted by it. It will not flow into the next. Okay, here directly it's connected, but here it's connected, but actually what happened? It is a disconnected from each other. That wires are not properly joined. So due to that reason, here we'll get the lighting the bulb. Now, why are the bulbs in figure B, C, D below not lighting up? What is the reason behind it? Now you have to observe it. B, C, D. Here is the same reason, not connected properly. Here also not connected properly. Here what happened? It's from one end only. Another end is free. The due to that reason here, bulb is not lighting up. Now we have to see symbols for the components of an electric circuit and their uses. Electric cell. This symbol This is its figure, and this is symbol, positive and negative sign, and it is used to apply the potential difference between two ends of the conductor. Then battery, where you will take the collection of number of cells. When there only one cell, that is electric cell, but the number of cells collected and they are joined, connected together, that time it's become their battery. Okay. So here to apply the larger potential difference between two ends. Here is a smaller, but here larger potential difference we are applying it. Open tap key or plug in our series. This is your button. When it's like this one side, so that time it's their open tap. And why it's used to stop the flow of current flowing in a circuit, disconnecting the what is there? There two wires are fixed inside. If you observe it carefully, suppose sometime at your home, electrician or your parents or somebody trying to join this, that time they are fitting their two wires, that connecting wires in screws. Here two screws are inside present and they are fitting in it. And when it's their open tap, that time their current will not flow. Closed tap key or plug key. So what will happen? To start flow of the current in the circuit by connecting two ends of wires. Now this is a symbol for the connecting wires. Somebody just speaking, please. Vani, mute yourself. Sanskruti. So what is this? To connect the various components in the circuit. This connecting wires is their main purpose. Why is it used? To connecting the different purpose. If connecting wire is not there, the circuit will not work. Remember. Now crossing wires like this, and its symbol is like this. To show the wires which cross but are not connected. What happened? They are crossed to each other, but they are not connected to each other. Both are different. Then light bulb, you will see this second. The test of the flow of electricity. What is it? Lighted means current is flowing, unlighted means current is not flowing. Resistance. What is that? To control the flow of current in the circuit. I shown that figure, that was this. If you see any one electrical circuit, you will get here. This resistance is very important to control the flow of current in the circuit. Variable resistance. Now this resistance you'll get to see in science lab, as well as if when you go in college, there also when you perform this physics experiment, that time you can see this. So what is the use of it? This variable resistance means we can vary the resistance. How much we require, that much only we can take it, and we can control the current through it. This ammeter, see this is figure, and ammeter is sign A inside to measure the current flowing in the circuit, and voltmeter. This is a apparatus figure, and this is your symbol, and it's used to measure the potential difference between two points in the circuit. And got it? This is a very important chart, remember.